Hello and welcome back to another video. It's a little bit sunny today, so I hope you're having a nice week. And what we're going to do today is we are going to discuss some competitions that have happened in the past month. So there's been actually quite a handful now, which is really good to see. We can actually go through some of the routines and have a look at what people have been putting out there. So I'm going to specifically just quickly brush over BUCS, the British University College Sports Competition. So likewise to the NCAAs, this is the main competition for the British universities. Then we're going to look at Cottbus and the American Winter Cup. So I know there's been English and Welsh and Scottish championships that are happening. What we'll do is we'll probably do a British deep dive on those videos. But for now, we're just going to quickly jump into it and go through some of the routines and see what we see out there. Cool. We're going to start off with the BUCS competition. So I don't have a massive amount of video footage here, unfortunately, so we'll quickly go through it. But we can see what the scores are out there. I'm going to kind of display them on the screen so you can have a look with me. We have the top three competitors. We had Luke Marsh, Mikey Goddard, and Cameron Lynn. All three doing some really good gymnastics. I know Mikey Goddard, this is his first year seniors, so it'll be interesting to see how he copes going up. He's put out some nice good scores. Luke Marsh, another really strong one from Nottingham. And lastly, Cameron Lynn, he's Stirling up in Scotland, and he's been doing a really, really good few years recently. So I'm impressed by his gymnastics. But yeah, so I haven't got a massive amount, as I said. We can have a look at the scores though. All around we have Luke Marsh hitting a 75.169, Mikey Goddard with a 74.101, and Cameron Lynn with a 72.468. These are a little bit lower than what we're going to see on the international scene, but some still very respectable scores here. And I have actually done a little bit of a comparison between all the events. So we can see here, floor, the highest we got was a 13.267. Cottbus and in the Winter Cup, we've both got 14s out there. So it's good to see that we're still hitting some 14s. I think 15 is going to be exceptionally difficult in this code. Pummels, we got a 12.8 by Cameron Lynn. Again, two 14s, 14.4, 14.35 in the other two competitions. Rings, that was a win by Alex Morris down in Nottingham. He got a 12.2, and then we've got a 14 and a 13.8 over in America. Vault, we got a 13.63, again by Cam here. And then there's a 14.9, Davtian absolutely stuck both of his vaults, and a 14.25 in the Winter Cup. P-bars, we've got a 13.067, Mikey Goddard, a 14.3 and a 14.2 at Cottbus and Winter Cup. And lastly, high bar, it looks like Luke Marsh got a 12.4, a 14.4 at Cottbus, and a 13.7 at the Winter Cup. So as you can see, the scores respective are a little bit lower down than what we're going to be seeing on the international scene. But I think really good. I'm really liking the standard that we're seeing at BUCS though. I think the British universities don't have that high, as many gymnasts at that top level, and it's nice to see a few of the boys coming through and actually competing at university again in the UK, and I'm really proud of that. So now going on to Cottbus, what I'm going to do is something slightly different. Is we are going to watch the gold medal winner, and I'm going to give you a bit of a commentary run through about what we saw. Obviously, Milad Karimi, he won floor, really close. Manami Kazuki, he didn't quite do his best routine. He did an incredible one at qualifications, and before in training we saw him basically stick everything, but he didn't quite nail those landings. But cleanliness wise, incredible. But yeah, Milad, he's up there, and we're just going to give his routine a watch and see what he comes out with. So it's going to be interesting to look at the new code. We can actually see how people go and what it looks like having 8 skills in the routine. He starts off with a 2.5 double pike, absolutely nails the landing, bit of a chest down, but beautifully open and pass. So absolutely smashing it out again. Dean and an E, 2/10 combo, double twist, double front, a little bit shaky on the landing there, but he's already got 4 skills in 2 tumbles there. That's half the routine already done in about 10 seconds. A triple twist down the side. We are seeing a lot of people utilising a triple twist down the side. Now, I think, yeah, it's a D, it's nice, you get a good triple. I think most people should probably stick with a double twist. A C to a D is only 1/10, and I do not see anyone stick their landings on that triple twist. A few people do. Yulo does a 3.5 and nails it, but yeah, up there, Milad, a nice double, little hop there. Obviously, this is early in the season. We're not going to see the cleanest of gymnastics. Everyone's just getting their new routines together. And as I predicted, a Y scale before his final tumble. And off we go. He's going to complete his routine here with a double Arabian, half out, low hop. But other than that, an absolutely fantastic routine by Milad there. It's 5-7 difficulty. It was actually the same as Manami Kazuki's with the 5-7. And then we saw lower down 5-4s down to 5-0s from the rest of the team. So yeah, that was a really good routine. 2 double twisting, 2 DD connection tumbles there to open up is huge. I think the only thing he didn't utilize in this new code is the double layouts and all of those upgrades. But other than that, a really solid routine by him. I think it's going to be a struggle to get much higher than that because he's got 2 tumbles which have 2 10th connection bonuses. It's going to be a big challenge, but we'll see what everyone else puts out there. I think he's missing one of those big tumbles. As I say, if he did a double layout as well or a triple back, that's where we're going to see a few more attempts come into play. Other than that though, brilliant routine. On to pummels. So just before we get to the winner, I want a big shout out to the Armenian gymnasts. I believe we had the junior world champion make his senior debut here. Unfortunately, both of the Armenians actually fell off the pummel, but they were doing some beautiful gymnastics, and I think it's very early in the season. They've only just entered the senior categories. They're going to do some good gymnastics. They've already got the difficulty. They just need to have the experience and get themselves out there. So, Xiao Yuzhan, he went and won the pummels with 14.433. A close second, 14.233 by Ahmed Abu Al-Soud. But yeah, let's jump into Xiao Yuzhan's routine and have a look at what he's going to do for us. So I did think on floor actually, the routine, 8 skills, I thought it was quite good actually, a good length duration. Beautiful sheer to handstand there from Xiao. Picks up his circles, as we can see there, he's got a beautiful extension. This is actually what I was talking about on pummels, a nice 360 Russian, back onto the other one handle. Look like you can go for a nice East Stockley flop there. And triple Russian in between, as we thought. We're going to see more of those because it's downgraded on the end. He is flying in that Wu Guignon. It's beautiful. A little bit of a leg separation, but it is nice. Honestly, it's such a clean circle. This is the type of circle I want to be seeing. And up into the handstand, flies up. Honestly, a really nice routine. And as I expected, a sheer handstand, flop sequence, travel, dismount. It's what we're going to see. Obviously, he kind of just missed out a Wu triple Russian. That's essentially what was missed out there. But I think that was a really nice, clean, good routine. Beautiful extension in his circles there. So we did actually see him debut, I believe it was in qualifications, a different sheer to handstand. Something that Joe Fraser did, where he shears up and hops to the other handle. And he did it so cleanly. I loved it. I haven't actually seen what they've given to it. If I can find it, I'll pop it up and see what they give it there. But in my head, I reckon they're only going to give it a D because that's FIG. They don't like to give us something else. But yeah, that was a beautiful thing from him there. And again, a well-deserved score, 14.433. Again, there's a few attempts where he can get. He could do some Sean into his flop sequences there to upgrade them, get a triple Russian or so. He already did the E dismount. So we're going to struggle to get a 6 start value, but a really good start to the year on that pummels one there. On to rings, we have Vahang Davtyan. Now, this is the strongman apparatus. We'll have a look at Davtyan from Armenia on here. He's been in the scene for a long time. This is a very well-seasoned gymnast, but he's always in the rings final, always see him, but I don't often see him get a medal in that rings final. He does some nice gymnastics though. He's not a massive stocky build. He's a bit more of a slender type of build on here. But let's see how he copes with the 8 skills, the new code on the rings. Pulling himself up into the landing up to top planche. He needs to get to more Maltese before he goes up there. But clean. And a second one right there into the Maltese. Legs a little bit low there. So definitely can clean that up. But I do love a landing element there. Up to handstand, that's I remember now, Davtien, he always bends his elbows in his handstands, which just slightly upsets me. Nice Maltese, bouncing to the Nakayama, letting go of the rings there, so very nice. He's got a little bit of hyperextension in the elbows, but he seems to cope very nicely. His light frame. Back up straight planche. I'm imagining up into a long swing and dismount. I say the routines don't feel that short. And a beautiful double twist and double back. He could double twist and double lay out that. Oh, he's got to. I think that's early on in the season. Get a nice double twist and double tuck, and then let's up that to a layout and get the landing sorted. Really good gymnastics there from him. Obviously, the landing elements are new for him. I think he will definitely be trying to clean them up and see what we can do. So I want to give another shout out is to another British gymnast, Courtney Tulloch. He was there at qualification. He goes up, but landed in to his inverted Maltese. Tulloch 2, Zeri Maltese there to start off his routine. So I love that skill. It's fantastic, but it will be heavily deducted, Courtney. I think his shoulders go up too high. His legs and hips are too far below the rings. It's beautiful. I love it. It's fantastic. Props to doing such a difficult skill, but it will just be heavily deducted. So I think he needs to start his routine with something else. I think if he did a different landing to a top planche or something, or if he can get an invert, that would be brilliant for him. But yeah, we see this routine. He also did it at the Welsh the week before, and he absolutely nails a triple back dismount, just as I suspected. And his knees are together. It is a beautiful dismount. I think actually less deducted than his double straight fall, where he used to pike quite a bit. So I think this is a really good upgrade from that dismount. And obviously with the new code, everything's going up dismounts. So awesome there as well. But he pulled out of finals, so that was a bit disappointing, but it's a-okay. On to the next apparatus, we have vault, and the one and only world champion, Arta Davtien. Here he is, absolutely nailing 2 vaults. Handspring 2.5 and a handspring double front, half out, Dragulescu. There it is. It sticks the landing. Honestly, it's perfection. Have a little drink, and he's up. His knees, I mean, yes, they could be together a little bit more, but he's not cowboying all the way out here. They're nicely shoulder width apart. I think that's beautiful there. I really wouldn't take much at all. He's ready for the landing. He knows where he is, and he sticks that landing. Beautiful, beautiful. So rest it up, and off we go for his second vault here. And I believe it is a handspring 2.5. So much height, and again, nails the landing. Stays in line, beautiful there. There's nothing much more to say about that. He lifts off the vault. He doesn't have any break in his hips. He keeps really nice and extended, up into the air. Legs glued together. Chest is a little bit down, but it is clean. I really wouldn't take much, and the judges agreed with me there. And they didn't take much at all. It was beautiful from him, and deserved winner. I mean, you're going to see him in every World Championship final. He's definitely going to be getting those medals. So, on to P-bars, a very close one here between Japan and Ukraine. Sugimoto Kaito with a 14.3, and Nazar Chapurini got a 14.266, followed by Jermaine Grunberg from Netherlands. It's good to see him out on the international scene as well, a 13.966 in the bronze medal. But we're going to look at Sugimoto Kaito on his parallel bars, and we're going to check out his routine here. So, it is really, really exciting to see the Japanese at these competitions, especially this early on in the year. I think they try and give them a lot of exposure and get them out there. So it's nice to see them here. I know we have a good one on high bar coming up next. Beautiful Homner up there. I always find that interesting, why they do a pirouette. Why not just mount the other way around? Very odd. Front upright Stutz, very popular now. Slight bend in the arms there, but it was nonetheless really nice. Undersemi half. Beautiful bell there from the long swing door back. Could do a little bit of an extension, but really nice. Again, a lot of pirouettes in this routine. Front upright straddle, nice and clean. Nothing to take off there. And up we go. Oh, that was huge. I thought it was going to do a tip out, but no, fully flies in the Bavsar. And now he goes into the tip out sequence. straight up to handstand. And what we're going to finish off with here. He can hold his handstand for a long time. Front up rise, double front, half out, stick the landing. A clean routine. I think a nice, good, solid routine to start off with the year. It's a 5-7. I think there's still a lot of more difficulty that can be done in these routines. I think this can see a lot more there. A lot more front up rise elements there. I mean, obviously a lot of people who didn't do a Healy, you can see a lot of Healy from one as well, long swings. I think we're going to see a lot more Tanakas and piked bells in this cycle. I think they will make a comeback. And then lastly, we have high bar. Again, love this, and I think we saw a huge increase in dismounts. I know Jermaine Grunberg did a triple pike, and we had Noah Kovita, he did his triple pike back, which was huge. So we're going to just quickly go and watch Shohei Kawakami's high bar routine, and he does some of the new skills that they have upgraded this year round. So obviously Winkler from the inverted, they've upgraded that to a G, so that is really exciting to see. So let's see him swing up on the bar. Back up rise handstand over the top, up into a squat, off into handstand, into a Coleman. Oh, what a connection. It's fantastic to see that. And he's going to wind up for another release here and fly sky high in the casino. I don't know if you've ever watched the Japanese finals. Their difficulty is enormous. Nice stall to Rabalco invert, winding up here in his invert, up into a Winkler, straight full Jaeger. Beautiful there. End up to handstand, and again, squat full. A little bit late in the handstand there, but it's okay. Endo full Healy to an inverted. It's nice to see him doing these to invert. I do enjoy that. We're winding up for the dismount here, up into a double twist and double straight. A little bit chest shaky on the landing, but huge difficulty there. Absolutely fantastic in releases. And I really like that we're seeing Winklers and Jaegers, Gingers all coming back. I think that is positive. We're getting a lot more diversity. It was purely Kovac's and Kachev's. So I'm really glad that this is being upgraded and we can see this in the routine already. So I'm really happy with high bar. I think the routines being shorter are actually, I'm enjoying them. I think it's good for the longevity of the gymnast. It's a little bit less straining on the body, and we're flying through the routines nice and quickly. Sometimes it can get a little bit long, especially if you're on P-bars, let's say, and you're holding a lot of handstand elements. It's nice to see them flow. I think I remember Epke Zonderland on high bar, his routine, because he did 2 connecting releases in a row, his routine just flowed and it went through so quickly. So I think it's nice to see quick routines like that. And lastly, we are going to jump over to America and have a look at the Winter Cup. So there's a lot of routines here. What I do find really interesting about this one is that they do both of the 2 days combined and it's a combined score. It's not an average, it's combined. So you've got to perform every single routine. It does mean most people might have a little slip up, and maybe you can cover it a little bit because you know you can make up for it in day 2. But it makes it difficult. You don't often see this. I've only ever seen it in America, actually, where they combine both your scores of both days. You've really got to stay focused for a lot longer. But I think it's really good and helps the national committee choose their gymnasts, because you go out to the world stage and you've got to be able to do qualifications, and then you've got to be able to do the routine, and then probably finals as well. So I think it's really good having multiple days and multiple events. But yeah, just challenging for the gymnasts. So the all-around winners, we had Riley Lewis of Stanford, Fred Richard from Michigan, and Taylor Christopoulos from Nebraska. So I think it was a big run here from Riley and Fred. And to be honest, everyone was really close. 160.85 from Riley, 159.0 from Fred. So that was a big lead, actually. 1.85 is huge. But then only just behind, 158.4 and 158.05, 157.75 for the next few. So it was close, and if you had one fall there, you were done for. Except from Riley, he has cleared him by almost 2 marks. So absolutely huge win from him there. So that's some beautiful gymnastics. So what we're going to have a look at is his floor routine. I do think Riley, he's such a light build. He bounces and floats. When he's on rings, he flies almost. But yeah, up we go. Beautiful front 2.5 to start it off with. It's a nice clean skill, that one. Good reward, an E difficulty. Punch straight front full, punch double front. As I say, yeah, that's what I mean. He floats, he flies, and it's just clean gymnastics. So I really do enjoy that. Straight into his pummel sequence, a triple Russian there. Just taking his breath. Oh yeah, he has this incredible skill where he goes all the way over, jumps over into his planche position. But yeah, floats up, nice little planche there. And he's just taking his time here. We have 2.5, punch straight front. Nice, just got to clean up those landings. I'm sure he will do it. And there it is again, a Y scale balance just for the last tumble. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think we're ever going to get on board with it, but we will carry on with it. We've got to do what the judges say. And a double Arabian half out. Beautiful finish there. Fantastic. I absolutely loved that. So yeah, really good stuff from Riley there. And then onto pommel horse, we have Brandon Dang from Illinois. He went here just for pommels, and he did it. He absolutely smashed it and won it. Got a 14.35. So let's have a look at this routine and see how it compares to what we saw at Cottbus. And up into the McCulloch shear. We do see quite a lot of those this time around. I think they're being a lot harsher on the shear handstands and the hip breaks. So I think just doing that is a lot neater. Obviously got a nice triple Russian. He's doing both his Sean elements. Sean into the flop sequence, just like I mentioned before. And he's lovely there. Nice woo travel. It is a little bit scrappier. He's losing his legs quite a bit, but he's maintaining it here. Maggio Shavado up into a handstand. Dismount, flying up into handstand. Really good. Nice clean routine. I don't think it was as clean as what we've seen, especially in the Cottbus final. I think there's a lot to go there. I'm a little bit surprised actually that was the number one, but I know pummels can be very challenging, so he probably did a very good job there. Then on to rings, it's back to Riley. He absolutely smashed this with a 13.8 on day 2 here. So he's not known to be the strongest. Normally we have the likes of Daniel Wittenberg on the rings, but I say his light frame really suits him. And potentially with this code, it's going to help him even more because it's less elements, so he's a lot closer to everybody else. But a backup Maltese there, clean, presses up to the top planche. I love it, and he just looks at ease. Long swing into inverted cross. He's a little bit high there, bent a little bit in the elbows, but that was good. Obviously, big upgrades there for him. Back up into the straight planche again, and then back up to handstand and a dismount. I'm assuming this is a really good, solid routine. Fantastic stuff. And up there, long swing through handstand, double, sticks the landing, flew into the air, so high in that dismount. Yeah, I think, as I say, it suits him there that he can do really short routine and just nail it and be clean. So nice stuff from there. I did enjoy the Cottbus. I was seeing the landing elements. I think that would be really nice if somebody can do that, but he's got a good solid score for an all-rounder. That is exactly what you need. And as an all-rounder to then win the rings, brilliant. So we've got Nati Brady from the Eagle Ridge here on vault. So let us have a look at what he produces for us. I haven't actually seen this gymnast before, so I'm not too sure what we're about to see. It should be exciting. Right, here's the Winter Cup winner, Yuchenko. Triple twist. Big step on landing, but he flew up in the air. Fantastic. And what has he got for a second vault for us? Can he vault both ways? Are we going to see? And Kaz, you can call it 1.5, 2.5, 2.5 twist, sticks the landing. Yeah, well-deserved winner. Fantastic. And a nice triple twist. We see a lot of them now, and you don't see too many from Yuchenko, so Really fantastic stuff there. And then onto the parallel bars. We have Colt Walker from Stanford. I've seen his gymnastics. I know he does some good stuff. Karan Phillips, he is my big one on parallel bars. Honestly, Karan, he could challenge Zhu Jingwan, in my opinion. He is probably one of the only competitors out there right now who could challenge. But you don't see him make it to the world stage, so I need to get him at the World Championships and compete against him. But let's have a look at Colt Walker on parallel bars and let's see what he can produce for us. All right then. Nice Homna there to start us off. Again with another pirouette, just like we saw at the World Cup. Nice. McCurts there. Little pause. No pause really at all. Not a pirouette. Long swing to Yam. I absolutely love that skill. Nice Moy to get himself to the end. We're going to see nice pirouette. There we go. Keeping everything tight. Beautiful in the Babsar. Nice and clean over the bars. Up to the other end. Tip out nice and high. He floats in that one. It's really nice. Good stutz. Front up rise. Double front. Little hop on the landing. Good. Solid routine. Absolutely solid. I think not really much to say that was wrong about that. As I say, Karan Phillips, he has the difficulty. That's all it's missing, a little bit more difficulty, but he did that clean and went out there and did exactly what he needed to. So well done, Colt. I enjoyed that. So that was your P-bar winner, and then your high bar, was Crew Bold from Michigan. Again, not a gymnast I'm all too familiar with. So let's see what he can produce for us. Back up rise over the bar. I've already told he's got a nice swing here. We're going to see a nice huge Cassina. Yes, we are. Clean. Okay, you've got some good gymnastics, Crew. Up again. Huge Coleman. The height in this is fantastic. Wow. Lovely layout catch-if. Straight into the straddle catch-if. Oh, I thought we were going to see a ginger there for another connection. Beautiful quast over the bar. It's nice gymnastics. Beautiful. Zuli Ming. Everyone who does a Zuli Ming, they need to get more turn. You should have your back all the way underneath the bar when you're underneath, not on your side. It's just something I nitpicking as a judge. And we're winding up. Dismount here. Double straight full. Stick the landing. Get that bonus point for your stick. Beautiful gymnastics. Yeah, fantastic. Well-deserved winner there for 13-7 on your day 2. Oh, fantastic. So I just want to give a big shout out again. I know he didn't actually win any medals, but Fred Richards, we're just going to comment because we had a big discussion last week about his outfit and things we did and didn't like. And I really liked him challenging the status quo. I just didn't like his execution as much. I think he could have gone cleaner. But he went on day 2 and he wore dark leggings. And I thought it looked so much better. Yeah, if he had done that on the first one, I would have thought I would have been a lot more sold. I think that looks a lot cleaner. So I was really happy to see that out there. And I say, happy he challenged the status quo. I think I've been corrected. I personally I need to check the code again because I thought it was 0.3 per apparatus, but apparently it's for all the events. But if I was judging, let's say, pummels, I would go, well, that's a 0.3 deduction. And then I'm sure the rings judge would also say 0.3 deduction. But apparently I'm wrong here. It's for the whole competition, so it's not as detrimental to his score as I originally thought. But yeah, I think it's really, really good stuff from him. And I actually saw another video of him saying he was happy to do it. He definitely wouldn't do it as a team event if he was to go represent USA. So he was happy and he's going to do it in-house as we kind of suspected there. But those are our 3 main competitions so far that we've seen. And I think it's really interesting to see the gymnastics out there and go through some competitions again. Obviously, I said I want to go through the English, the Welsh and the Scottish. We'll go through that one on the next week. Let me know what you thought about this, looking at all the routines. I only went through the gold medal. It's probably quite a long video already. So let me know what you think, if it was nice to see or you want me to deep dive, maybe make it one competition specific. But it was really good. I personally am excited by the new code, having had a look at all those routines. I think being short is actually a good thing. 8 skills. keeps your attention span on it a little bit more. And I think a lot of these apparatuses, let's say high bar, we saw a lot of people do an endo and a stalder just to kind of fill those 10 elements. There's no need to fill anymore. You'll get 8 big skills and you're done. And I think it's really good. And the dismounts, they've increased. Obviously, I hate the single leg balance, but that is what it is. Just do it and get on with it. So yeah, I think it's really exciting, and I think we saw some good gymnastics. I think it's really early days. I think a lot of people are going to up their difficulty, up their execution. We should see some exciting stuff for the rest of the year. But it's an exciting start. Let me know what you thought of these competitions and the routines, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.